Hi guys, Aunt Ashley here. So today's book is called The Berenstain Bears Go to Camp. Have you ever been to like a day camp or something like that? Isn't it fun? Sometimes you can go away to like an overnight camp. I know that my niece Melanie has been to horse camp. She loved it. But anyways, so we're going to see what the bear cubs do at camp. It's vacation time. Hooray, hooray. Let's spend it outdoors. Let's get away. It was the last day of school and the beginning of vacation, that wonderful time when little cubs could sit around doing absolutely nothing. Brother Bear and Sister Bear shouted goodbye to Teacher Jan and hopped onto the bus for the happy trip home. There's all the kids heading out of school. Well, asked Mama Bear after a day or so of vacation, are you enjoying sitting around doing nothing? It's great, said Sister. Absolutely, said Brother. There's just one trouble with it, added Sister. There's nothing to do. Here, take a look at this, said Mama as she reached for something that had come in the mail. So they really are doing nothing. This is what it looked like. Tired of sitting around doing nothing? Come to Grizzly Bob's Day Camp. Summer fun for cubs of all ages. Swimming, canoeing, arts and crafts, sports and games, nature study, fully supervised by Bob. And don't forget our exciting overnight campfire powwow and sleep out. Some of the things looked interesting, but Brother wondered what fully supervised meant, and Sister wasn't sure about the overnight sleep out. It sounded a little scary. There's a lot of things to do at day camp, for bear cubs at least. Where is this camp? Asked Sister. Not far, answered Mama. How will we get there? Brother wanted to know. A bus comes for you in the morning and brings you home in the afternoon. Sounds a little like school, said Brother. We'll think about it, said the cubs, and went back to doing nothing. Well, not exactly nothing. They picked a few wildflowers, chased a few butterflies, turned over a few rocks, and thought about it. Mama, could we try Bob's Day Camp just to see if we like it? They asked. Of course, said Mama. What do you think? Think they're going to like it? Guess we'll find out. A couple of mornings later, Brother and Sister were in camp shorts and t-shirts, all ready and waiting when the bus came. It didn't look much like a school bus, and Grizzly Bob didn't look much like Teacher Jan, and the camp didn't really look anything like school. So already, it's a lot different. Grizzly Bob had built his camp beside a lake at the edge of the forest. There were log buildings, a flagpole flying the camp flag, a big bulletin board with the camp rules. There certainly was a lot of rules. Some interesting paths, a roped-in place to swim. There was even a big red canoe. Looks like there's a lot of fun things to do. Bob had made name tags for the cubs. You're campmates now, so you better get to know each other, he said. Then he took them on a tour of the camp. There was an office with a desk where he did his paperwork and a first aid corner full of bandages and things for cuts and bruises. There was a rec hall to go into when it rained. Rec was short for recreation. There was a picnic place and a barbecue pit where they roasted hot dogs for lunch. Sister burnt hers a little, but she traded with another cub who liked burnt hot dogs. Bob announced that after lunch they would all climb up Spook Hill to the very top of Skull Rock, the special place where they would have their end of camp powwow and sleep out. It was quite a climb. They're all getting their name tags. Look at that hill. That's quite the hill, isn't it? That evening, Mama and Papa were eager to know how the cubs liked camp. It was okay, said Brother, but they sure have a lot of rules. It was all right, agreed Sister. They sure have plenty of Band-Aids and stingy stuff for cuts. But what they were both thinking about was Skull Rock and that end of camp sleep out, especially Sister. Look at, she's supposed to be sleeping and she's wide awake. The second day was different. Brother had a great day. He passed the swimming test and was allowed to ride in the canoe. Sister didn't have such a good day. She played dodgeball and some of the cubs threw pretty hard. The third day, Sister had fun. She got a star for a perch picture frame she made in arts and crafts, but Brother hurt his knee in the wheelbarrow race. They're trading off good and bad days, I guess. The fourth day, they both had fun. And every day after that, so much fun they forgot about Skull Rock and the sleep out. Well, almost. Look at all the things they're doing. Looks like they're having lots and lots of fun. Papa found the sleeping bags that he and Mama had used on their honeymoon, and when the camp bus came on the morning of the big night, Brother and Sister were ready, sort of. The climb up Spook's Hill wasn't so hard this time, even with the backpacks. The cubs were stronger and tougher from their summer of camping. Tomorrow would be field day, the last day of camp, when their parents would come to watch their games and contests and see awards given out. But for now, all the cubs could think about was that big sleep out. It was just beginning to get dark when they reached Skull Rock. So there they are already. And there they are at Skull Rock. So see, it's got eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Grizzly Bob built a campfire. Then he went inside of a small cave. When he came out, he was dressed in a beautiful Indian costume. Then the cubs sat in a semicircle, and the powwow began. Look at how cool that looks. It's very decorative. Bob told them old Indian legends of the great animal spirits, the story of the great grizzly as big as a mountain, the soaring eagle who filled the sky, and the mighty salmon whose colors made the rainbow. As Bob told the old stories, the cubs could almost see the wonderful creatures in the firelight smoke as it curled up into the night sky. After the powwow, they had cocoa and honey bread. Then they curled up in their sleeping bags, and soon they were all fast asleep, even Sister. The next day, Brother and Sister did very well in the field games and contests. Brother won a trophy for finishing second in the dash, and Sister got medals for the dead bear's float and for her bead belt. It was almost the end of summer. School would be starting in a couple of weeks. Well, asked Papa, how did you like camp? It was great, said Brother, hugging his trophy. So see, there they are, all asleep. They look pretty proud of all their accomplishments. It was great, agreed Sister, wearing her medals proudly. But you know something? After Grizzly Bob's day camp, school will be like a vacation. Isn't that funny how she thinks it's going to be a vacation now to go back to school because they were doing so much stuff at camp? But that's a good way to feel. Well, now that it's summer vacation, I hope you guys all enjoy yourself and get to go outside and do fun things. Maybe try something new that you've never tried before, like they did at day camp, trying different things. But anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Love you.